Again. The lighting looks great in pre-pro. And then as soon as we fire up the camera, it gets a little blurry and distorted, and then the lighting on my forehead just gets really bright. Yes! Love it! Anywho, welcome to episode 40 of the Trey Smith Perspective. I am your host, Trey Smith, here with really nothing to talk about, but some movies. Spent some time in the cinema this past week. There is some big news coming out of this pod. We did it. The war's over. The peace treaties have been signed. The troops are coming home. We are now on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts. Finally. Like the biggest DSP of all the DSPs for podcasts. We've not been on it for 38 episodes. But finally, episode 39. We figured it out. Got that shit on there. Let's go. I'm excited about that. So, in addition to the Spotify listenership, the YouTube viewership, nobody's listening on iHeart. So I could just substitute the iHeart listenership for the Apple podcast listenership. We're going to get this on SoundCloud eventually. I don't know if my hosting platform supports uploading to SoundCloud. I have to double check that. We are on Stitcher now too. We're on Stitcher officially as well. Stitcher. I was trying to figure out the Apple thing, and then it was like other platforms, and I was like, what do we got here? Stitcher. Oh yeah, let's try and get on Stitcher. Cause Stitcher I don't use Stitcher. I don't know anyone that uses Stitcher, but from my understanding, Stitcher's a big name in the podcast game. So I was like, why not throw it on there? For the same reason we did iHeart. It's a big name. Just get us on as many platforms as possible that are predominantly podcast platforms. So that's good, and it's just great that we finally got on Apple. Spotify being our main platform. Not that I have any problem with that. It was just hindering. You know what I mean? A lot of people have Apple Music and they don't have Spotify, and they're not going to install Spotify to listen to my fucking ass. So, welcome to the party. First time viewer, last time viewer, first time listener, last time listener. Welcome to the TSP. We just ramble on a little bit. This week I'm not going to get into free agency for the NBA because I haven't been keeping up with it. Again, we're switching into football mode. And in that news, some sad news immediately following the good news. Some sad news for all Yinzers across Pittsburgh and across Pennsylvania, across the nation, really. All Yinzers across the nation. Heinz Field is no longer Heinz Field. It's now Acrisure Stadium. Acrisure Stadium. I hate it. I'm never not calling it Heinz Field. Sorry. It will be Heinz Field until I die. I don't care what you say. I'm not calling it Acura Stadium. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. I saw a tweet that said the ketchup bottles are coming down, and I was like, no. I was very upset. What? It's the Acura Sure red zone. What's gonna happen when you get into the red zone and the ketchup bottles they pour down? They go, and then it pours down and goes, welcome to the Heinz red zone, and it's a moment. I'm pissed. Steeler games will never be the same. Unless the Acrisure Stadium finds a way to do something dope. Like, couldn't somebody have dope about it? Like, some kind of, some product to really, like, attach it. Like, Yoo-Hoo Stadium? Fuck, I don't know, Klondike Field? Like, something I like. Fucking, Acrisure Stadium. What in the shit is that? They definitely just came in with the biggest bag and were like, they were like, who are you? And he was like, just look at the check, Mr. Rooney. And Mr. Rooney said, Susan, cancel all prior engagements. Do you prefer field or stadium? I'll let you decide, Mr. Moneybags. Acrisure Stadium it is. Pleasure doing business with you. Fuck Heinz Field. I don't even like ketchup. I'm a mustard guy. Later. Fucked up. That had to have been a pretty penny. I'm sure that the number was released. I haven't seen it. We do big research on this pod. What of the dollar you murder for? Is that the one fighting for your soul? From your one and him. Should we get into music? Yeah, let's just get into music real quick, because there's a lot of music I haven't heard that I'm going to have to pass off to next week. What I did hear was the Joey Badass single. That was good. I'm looking forward to him just dropping that album, even though I'm pretty sure it was supposed to drop a couple weeks ago, but he pushed it back because he said he couldn't get samples cleared or something, and we all know it was probably because Drake dropped, but now he's just singling us out, so maybe it was something like label related. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to hearing that whole project. The Chris Brown Deluxe dropped 9 new songs on Breezy. I like a few of them. Hate Me Tomorrow is the big standout for me. The Anderson .Paak record is good, but it just sounds like an Anderson .Paak song featuring Chris Brown. I don't know why it's exclusively like on. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it fits on this record. I see why I didn't make I see why I didn't make the album. Hate Being Human's good. Special Delivery's good. In the City's good. Nothing really crazy. Hate Me Tomorrow is probably the only one I pull away that was like, oh, this could have been on the album. You could have subbed something out for this. But yeah, album of the summer so far for me, probably still Chris Brown or Kendrick. Burna Boy is in competition though, man. Burna Boy put out a nice album. I have not finished it, so that's why I'm not gonna entirely speak on it. I still have about 10 songs to get through. It is a 19-song project, but what I did here, I made it up to Last, which was the single that he came out in. There's some fucking joints just in that first half of the album. Burna Boy don't play when he puts out albums. It's called Love Domini. I don't want to mispronounce that. If I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry. But I love Burna Boy. This is the first half of this album is great. I'm going to listen to it, get back to it next week about it. Brent Faiyaz project, I have not heard. It literally skipped my mind. I think it came out the same day as the Breezy Deluxe. It stood no chance making it into my rotation that day. Sorry. Yesterday, or the day before, Burna Boy came out. It had no chance making it into my rotation, and I really didn't listen to music. And then when I was at the gym, I'm not listening to Brent Faiyaz. So I will get to the Brent Faiyaz album. I've heard mixed reviews on it. I've heard some say it's good. I've heard some say it's bad. I've heard some say it's great. I've heard some say it's shitty. We will see for next week. They put out a single. It's good. I don't like to really discuss singles here. Just give me a whole project to really kind of dissect. Singles, it's kind of like, yeah, it was good. And then it's like kind of a waste of time. Like, and especially if you don't know the artist. What else in music? Eminem announced an album, Curtain Call 2, August 5th, dropping. Don't know if he's hanging it up or what. But, looking forward to see what he puts on there and how many new songs are going to be on there. I like the album cover, so we'll see what he does for Curtain Call 2. I hope that there's a couple new songs, and I hope that Royce is on a couple of them. But other than that, music really, that's really it. Again, we spent most of our time this week watching movies. I saw Black Phone and Elvis. We'll get to those. The Boys season 3, that finished up. And then had an eventful last couple of days of work. Currently on PTO. I advise you to use it if you got it. Whenever you feel like you need a mental reset, just do it. Sometimes, especially when you work in the public every day, sometimes just the overstimulation of people, you just need to fucking just get away. Like, even people that you work with every day that you have no problems with and that you like as people, you just want to rip their fucking throats out because you just need to step back and you just need a mental reset. And there's nothing wrong with that. The coat hanger looked horrifying. That's because there's a shirt on top of it. I was like, what in the fuck is that? Yeah. Chaotic last day of work. Was just kind of busy, I feel like. And there was really wasn't. There was just this one individual that just kind of like made my day and has still, like, I'm still thinking about it. He like was fucking crouching, like, I'm doing a yogurt flat, so I have like a stack of yogurt boxes on a wheel, on a six-wheeler just sitting here, and he's just fucking looking under, like, damn near like fucking crawling around like the Grudge, like trying to like look underneath the fucking boat, like, and I'm like, what's up? And you know, it's like the day before your vacation or your PTO, you're really not in the mood to be like, hello, sir, what do you need? I was like, what's up? He's like, I'm looking for rice pudding. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's not going to be there. And he was like, okay. All right. Justine working today? Justine work? JJ? JJ? I've been working there for X amount of years. I've never, ever, ever come across a Justine. Ever. In my travels. At the Coons Academy for Troubled Individuals. I've never in my days come across that. He goes, Justine working today? JJ? I was like, no. I don't know a Justine. And he just looks at me and goes, alright, nice hair, man. Because I had like a bedhead thing going on. Because I didn't give a fuck. Like my hair was like fucking, I had like one of these going on, like a fucking, like a dead porcupine on the back of my head. And he like was condescendingly like, nice hair, man. This fucking dirty jort, beat up ass Red Wing bandana wearing motherfucker coming in here with a sweaty, greasy fucking tank top on, talking about nice hair. Like, all right, get out. That's how. That was like the indicator. I was like, I'm ready to just vacation. Ready for that shit. I find myself every day just questioning like the fucking like, because sometimes it's just not necessary to work a 40-hour shift in a week. It's not. But the job is still getting done. So fucking pay me for the job. Don't pay me for sitting on my ass for like several hours because we're slow today. Like, the corporate America thing is just falling apart in my head. That's why it's just, We're going to work on some other ventures. We're letting too many personal things interfere on the pod. Anyway, what are we watching? What are we watching? The Boys Season 3. We'll get into that real quick because that's not really what the meat and potatoes is. I want to get into Black Phone and Elvis. And some of you doofy fucking teenagers that come to the movies and your parents are sitting right there with you watching you act like fucking doofs and they do nothing. Almost said something to several pairs of children. We'll get to it. Boys Season 3. If you watch The Boys Season 1 and Season 2, you know it's like an edgy, like kind of like an anti-superhero show. It's very good. It's very violent, but it's very good. The writing's always good. The season finales are always great. So is Season 3. Highly recommend you check that out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's really the only fucking thing I see on there worth fucking watching, but maybe that'll change, or maybe I'm just missing something. Let me know. Now, into the most like disappointing movie that I saw. I don't want to say that. Let me say this movie was marketed wrong. Black Phone was 1,000% marketed horribly wrong. That movie is not scary in the slightest. It's intense as fuck, and it's a good movie. It's crafted very well. It's got some slight pacing issues in like the beginning and like the end of the first act. Now, the first act has pacing issues, and then like the end of the second act, I believe, has pacing issues as well. But other than that, it's a very well put together movie. It's just, it's just not scary at all. And I was just sitting there like, and at one point I was sitting there and I was like, I am so confused. Because I was like, I thought I was here for something else, and it just wasn't that. It was still good. The ending was great. I liked the ending. The ending, I guess, made it worth it, and it's only an hour 40. Unlike the next movie we're going to talk about, which just kept fucking going. It just kept going. I also don't want to be like too hard on Black Phone because the audience I was watching it with was dog shit. Could have maybe impacted my my viewing experience. I was a little fucking irritated the whole time. First, upon entrance, me and my lady go to the movies. Upon entrance, there's like fucking 12 teenagers, all dudes, just floating around the ticket thing. And they're like, yo, you guys going to see Black Phone? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, me too. You should all bring us in with you. And I was like, fam, I'm not. I don't have patience. I hate children. I don't have patience for teenagers' exuberance. Like, you're not going to come in here and act like a fucking idiot on my name. And then I got to answer for all the fucking dumb shit you may potentially do when we get inside the movie theater. Turns out when they eventually did get in there, it was a big, long fucking hassle. They were fine. They weren't the problem. But I was like, fam, I'm not fucking dealing with it. So they leached on to some other mom, and they went in. They apparently were going to get in. Then there was this one lone kid in a sweatshirt and a red hoodie just walking around with a $20 bill just waving around like, they don't take cash. They don't take cash. What am I? And I was like, all right, what are you here to see? I got $10. I got change on me. What are you here to see? And he's like, black phone. And I was like, all right. Just paid for his ticket, gave it. And he was like, did you just... I don't think he was 18. I was like, you don't have to be 18 to see rated R movies. And if he wasn't 17, they were sharking motherfuckers. This man was about 5'6". He wasn't scared of angry parents, pissed off teenage girls, rowdy teenage boys. He wasn't scared of nothing. He was like, nope, can't come in. He's like, you can't do it. Because the mom that I previously mentioned that these kids were about to get in with flaked on him because she has her own children, and I guess her husband was like, "No, we're not bringing fucking 10 teenage boys in here while they're all screaming, acting a fool in here." So they bailed. So she bailed on him, and I guess their dad had to come. So I was behind her at the ticket exchange, and she was feeling bad talking to the dude, and she was like, I feel bad. What's gonna happen to them?" And she was like, the dude was like, They're fine. They're gonna get in. Their dad's coming. He wasn't happy about it though. And then at that exact moment, the fucking dad comes flying around the corner. He's like, not fucking happy about it at all. Just a fucking big, tall Italian yinzer just comes fucking storming around. Just not fucking happy about it at all. No. Just goes storming by. So then we get our tickets. We get in. She's like, I have to pee. So I'm like, all right, go pee. I'll just wait right here. Just go pee. I'm standing out there. I got all my things. This man just continued to shark. This young teenage couple comes up. I think they were coming to see Black Phone. That was the hot movie. Why? It was supposed to be scary and awesome. It was poorly paced at times and not scary. It was intense, but not scary. It was cool seeing Baldur in it. The dude who plays Baldur in the God of War video game, he was in it. He played like the alcoholic dad or whatever. He did a really good job. It was cool seeing him on a big screen, but other than that, this movie could have waited to a streaming platform. But as I was saying, I'm waiting outside the bathroom. I got all the things. I got the popcorn and the sodas and the waters. I'm sitting there, and this teenage couple comes up and he's like, "Need your IDs?" And he's like, "What?" Dude pulls out his ID, his school ID or whatever, and she's like, "I don't fucking have one. Like, what the fuck? Like, I came here for no fucking reason. I don't have my fucking ID. What if I have my mom send a picture?" And he's like, "No. Need the legitimate ID right here with me." And she was like, "But what the fuck? Did we, like, waste our money?" And he was like, "We will gladly refund you for another picture or refund your money entirely." And she was like, "What the fuck?" And then I didn't get to hear the end of that debacle because my lady came out and we went into the theater. But I was all in on that tea. I was like, you know when you just throw your ear somewhere? I was all in on that one. But then we get in there, and it seems like it's going to be alright. We're sitting down. Those kids come in. They come in like, they run in like fucking Toy Story when all Andy's friends come fucking running in a room like, and then they all run back downstairs. That's like what it was. But they went up and they like shut the fuck up real fast. Must be the dad was like, "You get in there and you shut the fuck up, cause I'm not coming back down here." But then the problems walk in. You could recognize the problem. It's this definitely way too lenient mom walking in with these 2 or 3 teenage girls, and they're just loud off the rip. And then they sit right behind us, obviously. Like my seat was getting kicked the whole time, like, so I was like dealing with a little bit of this, like just getting hit from behind a little bit. But the little one, there was 2 teenagers and I think one that was like a preteen. She was kicking the shit out of my lady chair. There was one point I was sitting here, and and her face just came into my peripherals, like, because the back of the chair got kicked so hard. And I turned around like, And I was about to say something, but then I started laughing because her legs were just fully fucking extended. Like, just... oh, she don't give a fuck about nothing. Like, soon as they sit down, you just hear wrappers crinkling. Like, I don't have nothing to crinkle around. You just hear wrappers crinkling, fucking lips smacking. They won't shut the fuck up through the whole movie. Now, spoiler alert, he kills Ethan Hawke at the end. And he's walking out of the house. Ethan Hawke's dead. Visibly dead. They're screaming, "Oh my god, why is he walking? Just making my anxiety fucking shit." And I'm like, oh my god, I've dealt with this whole movie, and it's gonna crescendo here at the end. Like, y'all are just wilding. The movie's over. Just sit there and just chill. Like, why are you didn't freak out for any of the supposed scary shit or the intense shit, but now that the movie's over and the man's walking out the house, you're like, yeah, walking makes sense! Walking makes sense right now! And I was like, oh my god. The whole time I kept waiting for the mother to say anything, like, shh, or just like, stop. And then at one point the theater guy had to come up and was like, ma'am, if you're going to be on your phone, you got to go outside because it's shining for all of the people in the back. He's like, okay. Like, hey, Duke shouldn't have to come up here and say that. Parent, you're sitting there fucking just shoveling popcorn in your face. Just fucking say something to one of the 3 little ne'er-do-wells that you just brought in this fucking place. All of which who have just been kicking the shit out of the chairs in front of them. Ridiculous. At least that movie was only an hour and 40 minutes, though. We were in and out quickly. The next one. Elvis. Ugh. Because we were supposed to see Elvis that night. That was a Thursday, I believe. But we both worked the next morning. And the only Elvis showing was like 8, 9 o'clock. And that's a 3-hour movie. So you figure fucking 20 minutes of previews. You ain't getting out of there till midnight, 12:30. We weren't having it. So we pivoted, kicked Elvis to a weekend night, and did Black Phone. So we come back, we do Elvis. It's a later showing, though. It's 10 p.m. And I know it's going to be a long movie because we're both just yawning upon entry. Her specifically, more than me, they're like, I'm like, we could go see Elvis tomorrow. No! We're going tonight. It was like, all right, let's go see Elvis. It's like, I want to see Elvis. I'm like, all right. And I wanted to see it too. Because Austin Butler looked like he did a great job. I'm a Tom Hanks fan. The movie looked good. It just didn't look like I wanted to sit and watch it for 3 hours. Which is exactly what ended up happening. Because for the first hour and a half, it's a fucking great movie. That was fan-fucking-tastic. Soon as he goes to the fucking military, the movie stops. It just stops. For like 40 minutes, it just stops. And then it goes, and then it goes, and then he gets to Vegas, and then it stops for like 40 minutes. It just was so self-indulgent at times, it just stopped. And then there was a point where I was getting so sick of hearing Tom Hanks do this fucking accent. I am the one who made Elvis Presley. I am the snowman. A snowman knows. I can't. A snowman knows. The only thing that matters is that man is on that stage tonight. The snowman knows. Security. Oh my god, I was getting so sick of hearing him say security. And I left immensely disappointed because I didn't see one peanut butter bacon banana sandwich. Not a one. And there really was no delving into his personal life. Like it dipped its toe into his personal life a couple times. But it didn't get really, there was really hardly anything with Priscilla in it. Lisa, Marie, his daughter, there was hardly anything including them in the story at all. Nothing including his health. At the end of the movie, they're like, I don't think he died from X and Y. He died because he loved you. He loved you too much. I was like, He died because he didn't shit for 4 months and he had a heart attack on the toilet. His health habits were fucking garbage. What are you talking about? I literally, they turned the lights on, like after he's like, he died because he loved you. And then the movie ends. I was like, that's fucking bullshit. I said out loud, that's bullshit. And I didn't see one peanut butter bacon banana sandwich. I wanted him at some point to walk up to somebody and say, hey little mama, thank you very much. I'm Elvis Presley. Can I get a peanut butter bacon banana sandwich? Just one peanut butter bacon banana sandwich for me. Thank you very much. Or you could just do peanut butter bacon and bread and bake it and just fry that in bacon oil. Oh, that'll get me going. Thank you very much. I did like that they zoned in on him taking a lot of his music from black culture and a lot of his inspiration from black culture. That was good to see on the big screen. But again, it just felt like if this movie could have been 2 hours, an hour 45, an hour 50, could have chopped. Dude said he got a 4-hour cut. He was like, I would love for people to see the 4-hour cut. Like, yo, no. Maybe if I was kicked back at the crib. I can't sit in a theater for 4 fucking hours and watch this, bro. The good thing is we were in the back, like the back. So like we was acting a fool. Like she kept going like it, like just fucking flopping her head side to side, just fucking. I'm putting my fucking feet on every chair in front of me, just like spreading my legs mad far, just fucking. The only way I could really stay up was if I hit this stance where I would put my left foot on the shit. I'm breaking shit. If I put my left foot on the fucking handle of the seat to the left of me up front right here. Doing an awful job of doing this. And I'm also destroying my room. Alright, so yeah, I put my foot right there on the armrest of that seat. And I'd kick this leg out wide. Like an offensive lineman, just trying, like a right tackle, trying to get out there, stop the bull rush. I kick that leg out. And then this right arm, I'd kick it to the right in between the wall and the seat. And I'd wedge my hand in there so that it would kind of hurt a little bit. I'd wedge my hand in there, and then my left hand right here playing with the chin hair. That was the stay awake go-to. Like if I felt myself slipping, I'd kick it out, slap the leg into the armchair in front of me, and fucking, just twiddle the fucking chin hair, baby. That was the best way to stay up. If you're looking for trouble, you came to the right place. If you're looking for trouble, look right in my face. This movie's too fucking long. Austin Butler did a great job, though. I feel like that should be stated. For sure. Tom Hanks did good, too, but, like, did that dude sound like that? Did the Colonel sound like that? Because that was hard to deal with after a while, man. All the snowman motif was making me laugh every time. Because when he first said it like, because he pops off 3 snowmans, like, right off the rip. Because a snowman knows when a snowman goes, and a snowman rolls when a snowman knows. And I'm like, I leaned over to my girl, I was like, is he fucking saying snowman? She's like, yeah. What? I was so confused. How does a snowman correlate? How does it correlate to a circus? And a fucking... And creating Elvis? How does it correlate? I still don't understand. Maybe I was too tired to fucking let the puzzle pieces lie. I don't get it, but every time the snowman motif was mentioned or came up, like he showed his office, he had this big fucking Frosty the Snowman ass. It looked like Michael Keaton in that Snowman movie. Like that snowman. It was like on a blanket behind him. I was just giggling my ass off. The snowman. The snowman knows. So yeah, an abundance of snowman. No PB bacon banana sandwich. A little self-indulgent at times. My favorite part though was probably the obviously the first hour and a half. Like, they introduce him very well. Like, when he's in the alley, and he's like... and he's in the pink suit. They introduce him very well. That's all done very well. And then I really enjoyed the filming of the special in '68. That was awesome. The Vegas shit, it started to just stall. It started to just spin its wheels again in the Vegas shit. And I liked that it highlighted that Colonel was fucking him over. And that he was really just fucking stuck there. But I would have liked to have shown... Like for it to have shown that directly correlate into the health issues. And he was really only fat for like 3 minutes. I kept leaning over. I was like, he's not even fat yet. I was like, he's not even fat yet. Because I was like, that's definitely what I'm going to get. I was like, that's definitely when I'm going to get my PB bacon banana sandwich. Is when he's fat. And I kept waiting. I was like, nah, cheeks ain't puffy yet. He kept getting tanner and tanner, but the cheeks weren't puffing up. I was like, yo, throw Austin Butler in a fat suit and chop him up, dog. Pause. Ayo. Ayo. I meant with food. Chop him up with food. Like banana pudding and peanut butter banana bacon sandwiches. I was wilding about the PB bacon banana sandwiches. I was typing in YouTube videos like, someone show me this motherfucker. And it's like, contrary to popular belief, Elvis didn't actually put bacon on the sandwich. He fried it in bacon grease. I was like, no! it's all a lie! But there was a thing in Memphis called a mound or some shit. It was like a fucking loaf of bread, hollowed out, filled with peanut butter, jelly, and bacon. So what's real, what's not? I don't know. You tell me. I didn't get to fucking see it in the Baz Luhrmann 3-hour fucking crazy fest. It was a good movie. Again, just not, I don't think worth sitting in a movie theater for 3 hours. Probably could have been 2 hours with like a director's cut on DVD that's like 3.5 hours before you throw all that extra shit in. But hey, it's not like it's a crazy 3 hours. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes. But, you know, it was 10 p.m. We were sleepy. 20 minutes of fucking previews. Probably will be going back. I'm trying to see Thor. Whenever that Jordan Peele movie comes in, I'm definitely going to go see that as well. Yeah, I found myself going back to the movies more. But control your fucking children if you're going to take your fucking teenage children there. And if you're a teenager in there, shut the fuck up. I've been a teenager in there. Wow when you're the only ones in there. That's when it's appropriate to wow. I've been in a theater when there's like 4 of us in there, and we 2 of them, and we're like there's 8 total people in the theater, and we 6 of them. Yeah, go crazy. But then when the movie comes on, still shut the fuck up, because that's why you're there, to watch the fucking movie. Unless it's dog shit. But neither of those I would say were dog shit. We'll probably watch them again whenever they come out on streaming platforms. I think that's it though, man. Not an eventful pod this week. Not a versus breakdown. Not really an album that caught my eye crazy. Of course, I didn't make it through most of the new albums that came out because I just haven't been listening to music. So I guess we'll just get to it next week. As always, shout out to y'all. Like, subscribe, do the whole fucking rigmarole. It's hot as shit in here. I'm starting to sweat. Crazy bad, man. But, I broke my watch. Nope, we're good. Did just stab myself, though. Alright. You guys, have a good week. Be safe, as always. And, see y'all next week.